Hi everyone, I'm Liang Fei from University of Florida. Today I'm going to talk about my paper putting analytics into action in care coordination research, emerging issues and potential solutions. This is a joint work with Booth from Temple University, Arun from Texas A&M, and Atish from University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. The motivation of this research is the failure in care coordination. Most primary care practices do not have the proper information infrastructure to coordinate care effectively. So in our research, we want to look at how business analytics can be leveraged for care coordination research by developing a new classification framework. What we did is that we have two steps. In the first step, we want to provide a very systematic review of the literature in analytics using care coordination. And our second step is that we look at those papers and we want to identify potential research questions and research challenges for researchers in this area to follow. So first, let's look at our first step. We did a very systematic literature review. In particular, we look at some of the keywords such as healthcare, business analytics, and coordination, care coordination. We look at all the related business papers and also healthcare papers. And after that, we look at those papers and we build a framework to organize those papers. So we have a framework for care coordination. It involves three different aspects. The first aspect is a single provider perspective. It means that the coordination is kind of internal, and in this process, only a single provider is involved. And the second perspective is a cooperative team of providers' perspective. In this process, multiple providers may be involved, but there's no official, no formal contract. And the third perspective is the contracted team of providers' perspective. And in this process, multiple providers will be involved and there is a formal contract. So here, we also identify future research challenges and also very interesting research problems for researchers to study. In particular, we look at each perspective, and in each perspective, we identify some important research questions. For example, in single provider perspective, our question is, how does care coordination influence the number of ED visits by a patient? And we provide some possible data sets. We also provide possible kind of business analytics methods. And in our second perspective, we look at a cooperative team of providers' perspective. Our research question, potential research question, is how to rank all the specialists in a referral process. And in the third perspective, contracted team of providers' perspective, our question is, does vertical integration reduce hospital readmission rates? And in this research question, actually, we propose some machine learning-based econometric models. We know that recently there is a trend of combining machine learning models with econometrics to establish causation, to look at the causal inference problems. And in this perspective, we propose some new methods to deal with, to help us look at healthcare coordination problems. So that is our research. Thank you very much.